Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Jacqueline has a night off. Topping our news, emotions were flying high at tonight's State College of Florida graduation ceremony. One of the graduates, who is paralyzed, was determined to accomplish something monumental at this evening's event. ABC 7's Rick Adams has more on the college student who is a true inspiration.
Well, it certainly is a very big night for all the graduates of the State College of Florida. It's especially a very big night for Elliot Vasquez, who truly is making every step count. These are the steps Elliot Vasquez has dreamed of taking ever since his spinal cord was severed in a car accident nearly 5 years ago, leaving him a paraplegic.
This is the first time that I've walked across the stage without the use of my lower extremities, and everything is done with my upper extremities and my hip power.
Vasquez joined around 300 of his fellow classmates from the State College of Florida for Friday night's graduation festivities at the Bradenton Area Convention Center, receiving an Associate Arts degree. It's something that brought tears to a lot of folks and a standing ovation that lasted many minutes.
It's definitely humbling. You know, I take all this and, you know, I want to go and just, share my story and let people know that, you shouldn't let anything get in your way.
For Elliot's mom, she was overwhelmed with a flood of emotions over what her son had accomplished, especially because of the long and difficult journey it's been.
I'm so proud and so happy, and
now would also be a great time
it's hard to not. There are tears of joy.
Elliot tells us he has been training rigorously for about a year, getting ready for this big moment, and he says he's active in hand cycling, which really helped. State College of Florida President Dr. Carol Probstfield says Elliot is a true inspiration.
Elliot sort of embodies the kind of student that comes to the State College of Florida. It's that grit and determination.
I just want people to realize that, able-bodied, disability or not, you can do whatever you want to do.
And Elliot Vasquez will now be heading to the University of South Florida in St. Petersburg in pursuit of a bachelor's degree. Congratulations to Elliot and all of the graduates. Reporting from Palmetto, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Hearty congratulations for sure. Thank you, Rick. Lamarck Elementary School will have a new principal when students return after the holiday break. Ryan Bruck will leave the Northport School and serve as an assistant principal at the district's largest elementary school, which is Ashton Elementary School in Sarasota. Retired principal Sandra Russell will lead Lamarck until a new principal is named. Bruck has served as principal of Lamarck since September of 2016. Sarasota County school officials did not give any reasons for the change, but say details about the selection process will be shared with staff and school community in the new year. A plan to help Sarasota's Pinecraft community preserve its unique way of life is moving forward. Sarasota County's Planning Commission has passed a zoning ordinance to create an overlay district for the Amish community. The proposed district would relax residential parking requirements, home-based businesses like bike rental shops, and other exemptions to regular zoning rules. It's the county's response to a neighborhood plan that was submitted back in 2014.
There was a lot of hesitation at first by a lot of the community members because there just was, because of dealing with government. And they've gone way over the top with that, with the cooperation and the help and the processing of everything.
Zoning changes must now go before county commissioners for 2 public hearings. An investigation is underway after an overnight shooting outside of a Bradenton nightclub. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office arresting Demetrius Gabriel for the murder of Jarvis Isom. Detectives say Gabriel approached the victim at the Spot 26 club, shot him twice, and took off. Detectives are still working on finding a motive for the murder. An Osprey woman is being charged with manslaughter after detectives say she knowingly provided a man with opioids that later contributed to his death. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies arresting Elisa Ross yesterday. She remains in jail without bond tonight, and this is the second time the Sheriff's Office has charged someone with manslaughter that is related to an overdose. Drivers will see a lot of construction work along a section of US 41 in Sarasota soon. Crews will begin removing the median between 10th Street and 14th Street. This is part of the process to build roundabouts at those intersections. The work will be done, though, at night from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m. the week of December 18th and then the first week in January. A temporary asphalt lane will replace the median to create a traffic shift, which will affect traffic that's heading to the south. The Manatee Department of Health issuing a no skin contact advisory in the Palmasola Bay Area just as a precaution after a sewage spill this week. Palmasola Bay is located between Manatee Avenue West and Cortez Road West, south of the Palmasola Causeway. A no skin contact advisory means that water contact may pose an increased risk of infectious diseases. This includes activities like fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, or any other way that possible where the water contacts the skin. The advisory will be in effect until the water meets safety guidelines, and county officials estimate up to 1.5 million gallons of wastewater spilled from a broken pipe. All right, the weekend is here. Let's get a check on our weather for that. Meteorologist Steve Newman in for Bob tonight. Steve?
Heck, Scott, the holidays are here because school is beginning to let out and people are coming down to the Sun Coast to enjoy our warm weather. And boy, look at this subtropical jet blowing that warmth in, shutting off any future cool waves into the state for probably the rest of the year. There is a weak front passing over us tonight, but at most it'll bring a few clouds and a wind shift to the north that'll dry us out very briefly, just for a few hours. And then the winds will shift from the east and warm things up and moisten things up the latter half of the weekend. National Weather Service radar in Tampa is down for maintenance. We're repairing the radome over it for the next day or so, but there's really nothing out there for it to see. Tallahassee's radar is not indicating anything. The computer model predicts future radar shows nothing overnight but a few clouds and a light northerly wind that'll eventually shift to the northeasterly, as I mentioned, and that will set the stage for a warming trend that'll last into next week. If you're heading out on the town tonight or staying up late overnight, it's still pretty mild. It's been in the 60s all evening long, slowly cooling off to around 55 or 56, then warming up very nicely into the 60s and 70s tomorrow. Coming up in just a few minutes, I'll take a look at not only our weekend weather outlook, but a big hemispheric weather pattern change that's going to bring a deep chill to some people and a warm Christmas to others. I'll let you know which side of that you're going to be on in just a few minutes. Scott?
Well, I can guess, that's for sure. All right, thank you, Steve. Florida's Attorney General is warning parents to use caution when shopping for their kids this holiday season. Many children's gifts now have smart capabilities. They use wireless internet and GPS tracking technology. And because of this, parents can unknowingly be allowing criminals to easily access their child's personal information, including age, location, name, and voice. Attorney General Pam Bondi says one of the most dangerous toys this Christmas season is the My Friend Kayla doll, which has been banned in Germany and can have its information accessed by anyone nearby. The product has also been pulled from most store shelves, but is still readily available online.
It has internet that's not secure, and it also has Bluetooth on there. A stranger can literally be talking to your child through this doll and you wouldn't know it.
Bondi says parents need to treat all internet-connected toys the same way that they would treat computers and cell phones and monitor all use by its child. Also, smart toys should only be used with a trusted and secured Wi-Fi connection. Governor Rick Scott is not tipping his hand about whether changes in approach are needed for his widely anticipated U.S. Senate bid after Republicans lost a high-profile Senate race this week in Alabama. Now, while Scott has close ties to President Trump, he remains adamant that he did not support Roy Moore in the Alabama election. But the president openly did back Moore, who was under fire for allegations of sexual misconduct involving teenage girls when he was in his 30s. Scott says Moore should have dropped out of the race.
I was vocal that the allegations, were disgusting, and I recommended that that he get out of the race and do the right thing.
A New York Times story Thursday raised questions about whether the political environment could affect Scott's efforts and other Republicans to win Democratic-controlled Senate seats in 2018. Scott is reportedly considering a run against current U.S. Senator Democrat Bill Nelson. Governor Scott's administration has reached a deal that should end a legal battle over the Florida lottery. The state's lottery department agreed last week to change a massive new contract that had been challenged by House Speaker Richard Corcoran. A copy of that new agreement shows the state is dropping a proposal to significantly increase the number of automated ticket machines around the state. In March, a judge ruled lottery officials lacked the legal authority to approve a 15-year contract worth more than $700 million. Attorneys for Corcoran had argued that the contract was illegal because it exceeded the Florida Lottery's authorized budget. Governor Scott's attorneys maintained it was legal. Straight ahead, we'll get back to Steve Newman, who will be back with our first alert forecast for the upcoming weekend. Plus, the final version of the Republican tax bill is released, how taxpayers will be affected next year. And President Trump visiting the FBI National Academy today, what he had to say about recent allegations regarding the Bureau.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Well, stocks were up today, and so were the temperatures.
They're going to go up higher.
Yeah.
I don't know about the stock market, but the stock market's going to go up. Great beach weather coming up this weekend. In fact, we got an extended period of dry, unfortunately long-term dry, but warmer weather for the holidays. Taking a look at our Anna Maria cam today, a beautiful day with temperatures warming up into the 70s for the most part. The winds weren't too bad. A few more clouds this morning than we saw this afternoon, but by sunset it was mainly clear. And look at that beautiful sunset up there around Anna Maria. A live look at Sarasota from our tower cam shows a beautiful evening in progress. It's been in the 60s all evening long, but now creeping down to the low 60s and 50s overnight. The dew point 60, and our humidity is 97% with calm winds. They'll turn more northerly with a weak cool front passing by in a few hours. Our high this afternoon 74, that's about normal. Low last night 60. It's been as cold as 31 7 years ago on this date, and as warm as 86 back in 1923. Here's the weak front passing by. It's approaching the Tampa Bay area as we speak, and it will only bring that shift in the weather. The shift in the air humidity, the dew points will go low, but all the rain that we've been seeing along the Gulf Coast will stay up there through the night. And the snow we've been seeing in the Northeast has left the New York City area. It looks like Boston's getting some flurries, but Cape Cod getting the brunt of it, back to Providence and southern Connecticut through the evening hours. And here's the nationwide weather pattern showing our front with high pressure ahead of it, giving us nice weather, high pressure behind it to give us nice weather for the weekend. and snow up north and cold temperatures. And it has been brutally cold, single digit up around Montreal for the last couple of days, but they warmed up a few degrees today, 10 at this hour, Toronto 23. And this big pool of cold air is going to be heading in a whole different direction as the atmosphere just gets churned around between now and Christmas. Look at this cold air pivot back into the Canadian prairies and then dive down as we move into next week, settling over the Rockies, even getting down into Mexico with this buckle in the jet stream coddling that pool of cold air. But look what happens on the other side. Warm air for the southeastern United States. We will have the warmest weather, in fact, the only warm weather in the country for around Christmas time. And what about your weather at 8 a.m. on Christmas morning? I'm predicting, or at least the computer is predicting, low 60s at 8 a.m. on Christmas Day. Well, here's my weather headlines for the next few days. The major weather pattern is under progress right now. It's going to go on for several days, and I don't think we're going to recover here in Florida with cooler temperatures anytime soon, nor will those people up north and west recover from the bitter chill anytime soon. Warming into next week here on the Sun Coast, and a long, dry spell ahead, I'm afraid. That's not really great news for us. We need some rain. It's not coming with this front moving through overnight, just that wind shift with high pressure for a while until it gets to the east of us. And then the moisture and warmth from the Atlantic comes over us for the latter half of the weekend. We warm up 5 degrees Sunday afternoon from tomorrow's high of 75 and stay that way in the early part of the week. A great day to go to the beach tomorrow or be out on the water. Northeast winds 10 knots, seas only 2 feet. Bay and inland waters will have a light chop. I will be out at the beach, I'm sure, at one of the 2 days this weekend with a water temperature of 67, beach temperature tomorrow 73, but it could touch 80 on Sunday. I think that's the day I'll head out, but a UV index will be near 5. Here's my forecast for the rest of tonight. It'll be fair to partly cloudy. Light winds maybe turning a little northerly, just a couple 3 miles an hour overnight. 55, the low temperature. And for tomorrow, a mostly sunny and mild day. 75 is pretty mild in my book, with that east-northeast wind at 5, average high 73. And here's the 7-day outlook. Takes us into the next week. A warming trend up to 80 on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Very little change. I'm showing a little variation there next week, but between now and Christmas Day and even a few days after, I don't think we're going to see any big changes in the weather. Scott?
All right, Steve, thank you. Republicans have released the final version of their tax bill, claiming they have the votes to pass it next week. But leaders had to make some adjustments to get their GOP colleagues on board. Natasha Chen explains how those details may affect your wallet next year.
I'm very excited about this moment.
Republican leaders are one step closer to fulfilling a promise of passing tax breaks by Christmas.
Americans deserve a new tax code for a new era of American prosperity.
What it does is give corporations a big break by permanently cutting their tax rates from the current 35% down to 21%. You as an individual taxpayer will see some benefits too, like a doubling of the standard deduction, though that's set to go away after 8 years. Your personal income tax rate may also lower by 1 or 2% depending on how much you make. If you have kids, that child tax credit doubles to $2,000. If that credit is more than what you owe in taxes, you get to keep most of that extra money. That refund initially wasn't enough for Florida Senator Marco Rubio.
I remain surprised that there is not more consensus to support the reality that we need to do more to help working people in this country.
But an increase in the refund brought him on board Friday. Senator Bob Corker also made a late decision to say yes, saying it's imperfect, but that we're better off with the bill.
I think that we are going to be in a position to pass something as early as next week, which will be monumental.
A monumental achievement for Republicans who have yet to pass any major bill promised to their voters. But there are senators who have yet to make their decision public, like Mike Lee, Jeff Flake, and Susan Collins. And it's unclear whether the health of Senators Thad Cochran and John McCain will allow them to come to the floor for a vote next week. In Washington, I'm Natasha Chen.
President Trump visiting the FBI National Academy today amid heightened tensions with the Bureau. Those tensions have been building since before the election and only worsened after the president fired FBI Director James Comey. President Trump once again criticizing the FBI, adding to his recent allegations of political bias. The president also responded to anti-Trump text messages between an FBI agent and an FBI attorney who once worked on special counsel Robert Mueller's team. The messages sent while Trump was running for president.
It is very sad when you look at those documents, and how they've done that is really, really disgraceful.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions, though, is distancing himself from President Trump's criticism of the FBI. Sessions says he does not share the view that the FBI, quote, is not functioning at a high level all over the country. SpaceX racks up another first, launching a recycled rocket with a recycled capsule on the NASA grocery run. The unmanned Falcon rocket blasting off from Cape Canaveral today, just in time for a Christmas delivery to the International Space Station. This is NASA's first use of a reused Falcon and only the second of a previously flown capsule. The private aerospace company is salvaging as much as possible from flown rockets to drive down the cost to launch them. Sports is coming up next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here you go, and don't say we never did anything nice for you.
I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
Are you nice to them? Do you ever fight with them?
No.
Okay.
But my sister Olivia is mean to me.
Do you want Olivia to get no gifts this year? Yeah, okay. That's so good.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
If high-performance art is what you're into, look no further than Sunset Fiat of Sarasota. For maximum performance, check out the all-new Fiat Spider. You'll flip over the superior handling and capability. Or follow roads less traveled in the Fiat 500X. No matter what your passion is, there's a Fiat for everyone. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Big Finish event. Going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
Now, sports.
A lost season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers moves into the national spotlight on Monday night. The team dealing with reports of friction between the head coach and quarterback. The 4-9 Bucs will host the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football. Big questions remain over the future of head coach Dirk Cutter, not only because of the team's losing record, but also the poor play of the quarterback Jameis Winston. The third-year pro has regressed this season and has dealt with an injury to his throwing shoulder. Winston saying today there's no friction with his head coach.
We have the same goal every single week, and that's to go out there and win. I wouldn't use friction as a term. I believe when you're communicating with any player, you're going to have some disagreements. But at the end of the day, as long as we come to a solid agreement and we're out there to win football games, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter.
Kickoff set for 8:30 on Monday night. Tampa Bay Lightning have won 6 straight games, but winning a 7th straight will have to be without forward Ryan Callahan. He has an upper body injury that will sideline him indefinitely. Callahan was injured in the 3rd period of Tampa Bay's impressive 4-1 victory in Arizona last night. The Lightning say Callahan will be reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. The Bolts will play again tomorrow night at Colorado as they go for 7 in a row. Pretty impressive. At sports, we'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers right after this.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Bios.
People across the Suncoast enjoying holiday festivities. Those at the Winter Wonderland Party at the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex got in the holiday spirit tonight with some cookie decorating, games, and a special visit from Santa. City of Sarasota says it was the largest turnout they've ever had for this event. And a beautiful Christmas tree lighting in Newtown tonight as well. City Commissioner Willie Shaw and his grandson doing the honors. If you have some photos from a Suncoast holiday event or even impressive Christmas lights and displays, decorations, send them to our Facebook page and maybe they'll end up on our newscast as we share them with all of you.
Well, I don't know if 80-degree weather doesn't get you in the Christmas spirit. I don't know what will.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Take a look at the overnight temperatures on our overnight forecast, showing we're slowly cool off into the 50s overnight, but no big weather changes other than a slow warming to 80. Bob's back next week. I'm back day after Christmas. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Steve Newman TV. That's one word, Steve Newman TV.
7 days in a row.
Yeah.
Ends tonight.
I get to go to sleep and go to the beach.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Good night.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Florida Studio Theater presents Mac the Knife, celebrating the spirited and immense talent of one of the greatest performers of the 20th century. Featuring some of Bobby Darin's biggest hits such as Splish Splash, Beyond the Sea, Dream Lover, and of course, Mac the Knife. Critics say Mac the Knife is energetic, performed with great spirit, full of impressive arrangements. Audiences are calling it outstanding in every way. Mac the Knife is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting FloridaStudioTheater.org.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetzy. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
For 30 years, it's been an honor for the Michaels on East team to serve you.
We love that our restaurant, wine cellar, and ballroom have become your favorite gathering places, and we love catering your parties.
From everyday celebrations to life's greatest occasions, please join us soon for new culinary adventures. A toast to 30 years.
And to many more.
Come out and enjoy a taste of Hanukkah this Sunday, December 17th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Phillipi Estate Park on 41 in Sarasota. Everyone is invited. Admission is just $5 for adults. Children are free and free parking. See the world-famous Bellonak, BMX trick stars, and more. Delicious gourmet kosher foods, music, and a 4-ton snow slide. Fun for the entire family. A taste of Hanukkah this Sunday, December 17th from 3 to 6 at Phillipi Estate Park.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.